Right, welcome back to the channel. Here we go with another video. We've got Ipswich today. So, what we're going to try and do here with this Ipswich team is obviously this is a team that's getting relegated in real life. We want to take them to hopefully winning the Premier League, but we're going to do it, and they've got decent finances like I'm showing you here, but we're going to do it by not spending more than 5 million on one player. So, anyone we bring in has to be value of 5 million or less, basically. Hopefully we can get some decent youngsters through. We've got Gomez, who came through this season, who looks like he could be decent. I mean, it would be nice to win the Premier League before we need to use Gomez, but that might be wishful thinking considering we're Ipswich, but we'll see. You never know. I like the fact he's got a driven personality. It probably means he's got more chance of making his... getting to his potential. As you can see, we're always updating the staff, trying to upgrade the staff, trying to get the best staff in the league if you can. I think that gives more chance of your players progressing better and getting better stats, basically. Always try and upgrade your training facilities, youth facilities. If you've got the money, we will have the money because we're not going to spend a fortune on players. So we need to be building that, which I'm trying to do. Hopefully that means we get some better youngsters through. Just improves the stature of the club as well. Getting the training facilities up might mean we can bring in some better players. Try and snag those younger players early before they're worth a fortune as well. That's going to have to be what we do. This is the tactic I've been starting with. It'll probably change throughout this save. But this is what I've gone with, and it's worked pretty well. Pressing forward on attack there with roam from position. We've gone with a bit of a roaming kind of tactic. We've got attacking midfield on spot. We'll get further forward, roam from position, move into channels and tackle harder. We have winger on attack with cut inside with the ball, roam from position, tackle harder, mark. He's going to mark the left back. We've got inside forward on spot, roam from position, sit narrow, tackle harder, marking the right back. Like I say, we just want everyone to be fluid within this system. Hopefully have a bit of fun with it, maybe. We've got a defensive midfielder on spot with tackle harder, ball winning midfielder on spot with no extra instructions there. Wing back on support. Cross and byline, run wide with the ball, stay wider, tackle harder. We have ball playing defender on defend with dribble more and tackle harder. That's for both of them. We've got a full back on support with cross and byline, cut inside with the ball, tackle harder. Bit of a theme, obviously, with the tackle harder. And swing keeper on defend with tackle harder. We've got attacking mentality. We much shorter passing to space, play out of defence, low crosses, focus play down left and right, underlap left and right, slightly high tempo and narrow width. In transition, roll out, just pretty quickly, counter and counter press. And then out of possession, we have a high line of engagement, high defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal distribution and get stuck in. Kind of fairly meta tactic. I do like the thought that the front four are going to drift. This is how we go on this season though. Carabao Cup 4th round, but we won the FA Cup. That's going to put us in Europe next season. Fantastic. 3-1, beat Newcastle. That's made this a very, very good season, I think. Plus, we finished 10th, which actually I think is pretty good in the first season with Ipswich. I think they've got an underrated team on FM. It's not that bad. They've got some really good youngsters, I think, who could develop into very, very good players. But, yeah, fantastic. Teams going down, Southampton, Brighton, Everton. That's important for us as well. Keep an eye on them to see if that means we could nick any of their players on the cheap. For under 5 million, I'm not sure there'll be that many of their good players going for that, but you never know. It's still worth having a look. We didn't really make any signings, didn't really make any sales this season. It was more just about getting that tactic bedded in, try and upgrade our facilities, upgrade the staff, and then hopefully starting to bring in some signings, which I've started to do. So I'm looking at this Ramirez, Ecuadorian goalkeeper. I just don't like the fact that he's 17 eccentric, but 975k for a very good goalie. Smojcic, I think, maybe. Right back, a centre back from Como for 975k as well. And then 950k on Ted Mengi, I think could be decent. Looks like he's got good physicals, so hopefully if we can develop that, he could be decent. Probably a good backup for us. Sekou Kone, 170k. I think he's got potential, maybe. At the very least, I feel like we'll be able to sell him for more. We've got Petr Bokac, Dynamo coming in for 725k. Player left back, left wing. He looks for a decent player. nice if his physicals were better. We're 375k that were going on Mofokeng, who I think has got really good potential here. 19-year-old, I think he could be very good. And again, I think even if he's not, I think his value is going to be high enough that we're going to be bringing in some decent money. Not that we need to make a fortune when we're not spending that much. Got Chris Atherton coming in 45k. He's on 15, but he is going to be brilliant. Same with Corin Madden, 15-year-old. Them two, hopefully we won the league before we have to start using them, but they are going to be, I think, fantastic players, especially Atherton. I think I used him in a Barcelona save? I don't know, I can't remember, but he was brilliant. Might have been Man United save, actually. He was really, really good. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of this first episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care all. Here we go with Season 2 of the Ipswich save. As you can see, this is kind of a strange tactic that we switched to, a back three, and it worked okay. Hasn't got us to winning the league just yet, bit of a spoiler, but I think we're getting there. I think we're progressing. As you can see, we've got the pressing forward on attack. We've got the inverted winger on attack. We take more risks. Cross him at the far post, a few more instructions that I'm taking you through. We've got the advanced playmaker on attack. We've got the Mazzala on support. We have the wing back on attack, right wing back on attack, with again take more risks. So this is a very high risk taking sort of tactic, even though maybe he doesn't quite look it. We've got the inverted wing back on support, as we've got the winger down the left there. Deep line playmaker on defend, two ball playing defenders on defend, a ball playing defender on cover, and a sweeper keeper on support. We have a balanced mentality. We've gone with shorter passing play out of defence, low crosses, well the ball in the box play, 4 set pieces, and slightly higher tempo. In transition, we roll it out, distribute to the centre backs and full backs, and counter. So there's no counter press on this one because we want them to get back into shape really. And we've got a mid block with standard defensive line and just get stuck in. So it isn't a high pressing tactic, but it does seem to work quite well. And I suppose costs us not that many players in forward positions we didn't want to go too high pressing. I didn't want to go too high pressing with it, As you can see, third round of the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out. Fifth round, we got knocked out of the FA Cup. We were runner-up in the Community Shield. In the Europa League, we got to the round of 16. Got knocked out by AS Roma. But we finished 9th in the league, which actually is pretty good, I think. Not bad. I think we're building something here that is a pretty good team. I think we might need to develop a more attacking tactic to get a bit further up the league. But we're getting there. As you can see, last game of the season at Anfield, who are the champions, we beat them 3-2. So it kind of does show this tactic works. I think it works for a team that's not probably like the underdogs, And please remember, like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. As you can see, we've got some transfers coming in. Escobar coming in, Bridges coming in, Engerbakken coming in. Could be a good defender. We're looking at sort of nicking those young players just before they start to get expensive, really, because as we're aiming is not to spend over 5 million on any one player, but we've sold a few. A few bids came in. Wes Burns gone for 3.3 million. Morsi went for 7.5 million. Muric went to Saudi. A couple of big players gone to Saudi. He went for 28 million, and they paying him, I think, is it 600? So 600 grand a week, which I think is about what we pay in total for our team's wages, which is mental. And then Leif Davis gone for 31 million up to 38.5 million. He's at 700 grand a week. Insane. I mean, we couldn't really turn down. They wanted to leave, obviously, for the big money. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have kept both of them around, really. As you can see, we brought in Corin Madden, who's going to be a good player, 195k. Tuelda, 1.6 million. I think he's got some potential there. Good left winger, 18-year-old, high value now. Chris Atherton's come in for 45k, he's got high value. I think we're going to end up with a lot of money with this Ipswich team with this kind of transfer policy. We've got Yates came in, Dennis came in, both from Nottingham Forest. I just thought a bit of squad depth, really, see how we go. Franco Gonzalez came for 2.7 million, who looks like a really good player. His value hasn't stepped up though, so I'm a bit worried if that relates to his potential. Possibly. Schmidt's come in, and Samit Bazdao looks like a very good attack midfielder / striker who came in for only $1 million. We've only spent 12.25 million, which is not bad at all, and brought in 73 million. Like I say, I think we've got to look to use a more attacking tactic next time. Any suggestions, let me know. But this time it works well though. Like I say, maybe not for the full season, maybe just in situations when you are the underdog or you're just trying to possibly control a game a little bit better, sort of control it without the ball, if that makes sense. As you can see, we've got 124 million in the budget, 181 million in the bank, which is incredible. Still not on the favoured personnel list. That's no good, is it? Won the FA Cup last year. They haven't put us on it. We're upping the training facilities, youth facilities, as much as we can. State-of-the-art training facilities now. Obviously, upping the junior coaching, youth recruitment. I think it's always important, especially if you've got the money, which we do because we're not using it on transfers. It's important to bring in, hopefully, these sort of players, this sort of youth intake, which looks crazy. Like, I don't know if I've ever had 5 on the elite talent. Maybe that's linked to our team not being great, but some very good players here. Henry, Connor, Gherkin, they look like really. I think Gherkin looks like the standout here. Rod Campbell, good left back. I think he might play centre back as well. We've got Townley, who's like a left wing back who can play sort of left wing or left back, depending on where we want to train him. Mancoile, who looks a very good right winger. I think he would play up front as well. Really good players. Hopefully we win the league before needing these guys. But what that might mean as well is either we get to see how these guys progress, or it could be that the save game file goes on Patreon and you guys could take over and see these top class talents coming in. You don't have to go and buy loads of players as well. Although you'll have a load of money in the bank to do that, so you can have a lot of fun with it. These are the players I'm thinking of selling. So Slicker, Bokac, Mocic, Mengi, Chaplin, Dennis, Broadhead, possibly. I might keep Broadhead around. Not sure. Smodix, Yates. Just going to freshen it up, maybe get the younger players more game time. I want to get Cameron Humphreys more game time. I mean, he had 38 games this season. But we need to get those players with high potential playing more and progressing. And that's how we're going to, I think, win the league, especially when we're not spending a fortune on players. Liam Delap is looking brilliant, though. There's players who are going really, really well. It's with the training schedule. I think I showed in the first video. If I didn't, let me know, and I will show you that. But the training schedule is working very, very well, especially for Liam Delap and Jacob Greaves. So I've just shown Cameron Humphreys is coming along brilliantly. I think he's going to be very good. And Philogene seems to be progressing very well. Thank you for watching to the end of Season 2. I will keep going with this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Right, welcome back to the channel, and we have done Season 3. What I want to take you through first is the training schedule. Now, bear in mind, sorry about my voice, I am pretty ill at the moment. I'll try to get through this as well as I can. As you can see, I think this is the most overpowered training schedule that I've used so far in the game. Physicals, 6 days out of the week. Match practice 1, got ball retention, attacking, tactical, defending and possession. Play from the back, team bonding, and then recovery on every day. So I think it works really well when you pair it with the fact that we've got quickness on all of the players' focus, so the individual focus, and we've got double intensity on all of these kind of, they call rest days, but everything's double intensity on the training schedule. And what it does give you, not everyone, because I think it depends on their kind of personality in the game and age and everything, how much they played, I suppose, but someone like Jacob Greaves here, we look at him, he's gone up, and this is 25, he's not like a wonder kid or like a youngster, and he's gone up there, 3 acceleration, 2 agility, 1 jump and reach, 2 pace. That's all in, 3 seasons, which is really good. Then you look at Cameron Humphreys, who is a bit of a youngster, he's gone up quite well there as well. 2 for acceleration, 2 for pace, 2 for strength. That'll keep going up as well, these physicals, and I think it's important that this training schedule focuses on the physical attributes, because they're the ones, in my opinion, in FM24 that are the most overpowered. So I think if you get them high, they're more important than some of the other ones. As you can see, this season, we knocked out the Carabao Cup semi-final, knocked out the FA Cup third round, a bit disappointing, but we finished 4th in the league, 71 points, Liam Delap 20 goals, Cameron Humphreys 13 assists, and 17 clean sheets for Ramirez, so that was pretty good. Joined top with Allison there. We were predicted to finish 15th, so we've done very, very well there. I think the tactic I'm probably going to switch to this season is something like this. I might have a play around with the roles and everything, but I was mainly using this tactic until towards the end of the season. Switched to the 4-2-4 just to get a bit of game time ready for this season, hopefully. But this tactic works quite well, so I'd give either a go. I think the 4-2-4 though in FM24 is at the moment the most overpowered tactic. Seems to work really well. We're going to look to train Cameron Humphreys as a left back. Hopefully he'll pick up that quite well. I suppose with a bit of youngster he should. And I just couldn't quite fit him in as a DM, and I didn't have cover at left back for Mikalenko, so I thought they dovetailed quite well and saves me trying to find a left back unless I can. But as you can see in the transfers, remember we're not spending over 5 million and we've brought in some really good players, I think. Armando Broja has come in for 2.4 million. He looks really good. We got Borza for 2.7 million, who is a left back, but I think I've sent him back out on loan to get another season under his belt. Damien Marin, 4.8 million, looks really good. Romero, 1.8 million, can use both feet as a right back. And Marquis, who's actually a wonder kid on this game, which I don't think I've seen that before. 3.6 million though, and he looks really good. I don't know if I showed you who I'd signed, because they're the ones who've come in this summer. So last summer I got in like Naipan for 4.8 million. It was phenomenal. I was so happy we could bring him in. Anthony, who's actually coming in permanently this year, he was just on loan. We got Escobar for 1.3 million. Ingebakken for 1.6 million. Mikalenko came in for 3.7 million. We didn't sell that many. Yates went, Broadhead went, Emmanuel Dennis went, a couple of the others went, not for big money, but we've got quite a lot of money in the bank. I think I'll show you that shortly. It's over 100 million still to spend. And obviously, if you want the save game file when I finish, let me know, because there should be a lot of money to spend here, because I'm not going to be spending a fortune on players if we're only going max 5 million. That's the way we ended the season, which I think I switched to the 4-2-4 like mid-March, so it seemed to be working really well till we ran into Chelsea on the last game of the season. There, as you can see, with the transfer budget, 116 million still to spend, 180 million in the balance, about 400k left of wages if we want it. Always keep checking your board requests, see if there's any facility upgrades, finance upgrades, network upgrades you can do. There isn't any for me at the moment, and the staffing, I might request some more scouts, possibly physios, but we're pretty good on staffing, so always check that as well. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, here we go with Season 4 of the Ipswich Save. Excuse the voice, I'm still a bit ill. I know I was in the last video as well. I'm still trying to get over it. This is the tactic we've been using though, 4-2-4. What I want to show you today though, is the set pieces as well. I just thought it might be interesting for you guys to see. I know we did the training schedule last time, but these are the set pieces I use, so simple ones really. First corner, got in swinger near post, big guys at the near post, one person going short. In swinger centre for the second corner, big guys in the centre, somebody coming short for the ball to try and drag a defender out. We've got the third corner, in swinger far post, obviously big guys at the far post, still got that guy coming short to again drag one of those defenders out. Give your big guys a bit more space to run and attack the ball is the theory. Seems to work. Obviously you've got to have some decent players who are good in the air. That helps. Some athletic types which are always a bit meta on FM24 anyhow. And then the only other thing I do is the attacking long throwing. Just aim for your two big guys. Hopefully they'll get a nod on for somebody to score. Sometimes they bring it down, win a penalty. Sometimes they bring it down, just knock it out to the edge. You get a shot on goal, but just seems to fairly consistently create chances. So I think it's a good thing to do. Keeps the opposition under pressure. This is what we did this season. Carabao Cup semi-final, knocked out by Arsenal. FA Cup got knocked out the fourth round by Brentford. Champions League got to the round of 16, knocked out by Liverpool. Not too bad. First season in the Champions League, I think. And finished 8th in the league. 18 wins, 7 draws, 13 losses. Plus 25 goal difference. Not a horrible season. I feel like the way we played probably deserved to finish like 6th. I thought we played a bit better than a couple of the teams above us. But 8's what we got. We predicted 10th. So it's a bit of an improvement on that. The aim is, can we win the Premier League by only signing players that cost no more than 5 million? Like one person is no more than 5 million. This means we've got a lot of money in the bank, as I just showed you. We've got 95 million in the bank, but I think we're starting to build a really good potential of young players now. I mean, we're getting some coming through the youth system as well, which we've been trying to invest in as much as the board will let us. But Wayne Spence coming in, looks very good. 16, we might need him before we get to win the Premier League. We'll see. Hopefully we win it sooner, but you never know. Got Curtis Jones coming in, 4.8 million at the end of the season. Iancu, Romanian winger, and slash centre midfielder. He'd probably play winger though. Got for 3.8 million, and this one looks very good. 1.4 million for Juan Jose Arango, Colombian wonder kid, 18-year-old DM really, although he can play centre back as well. Fantastic players coming in. We're doing some good scouting. Maybe that's something I should show you, how I'm doing the scouting. Let me know if that's something you want to see. And please remember to like and subscribe. As you can see, we've sold Twanzebe, Bazdas, Schmodix, O'Shea, Ogbene, Gonzalez is gone, Ted and Mengi's gone. A few people went out on loan to hopefully get a bit more experience. I think that was about it. I think I've shown you the other sales in the last video. I've shown you a lot of these guys who were coming in the last video. And then we also went, after Anthony joined permanently, we went and signed Martin Vitek. 70 grand for this guy, who looks phenomenal. 16 pace, 16 acceleration, 16 jumping, 17 strength, ridiculously good physical attributes. 6'4", 24-year-old centre-back. He is going to be brilliant. James McAtee looks good. Got him on a free. Now worth up to 40 million. So I think that's a decent sign. He was happy to be an impact sub as well. So I just thought it helped bolster the squad. We've played a lot of games this year, especially going deep in the Carabao Cup and having Champions League. But Nesta Larea, who's just come in this season, looks like he could be a very good centre-back. Another one who can actually play left back and right back as well. But he's 6'6", 18-year-old Argentinian. He looks like he could be potentially very good. But Bentancur's the one I'm really excited about. Another Colombian DM wonder kid, 19-year-old. He looks phenomenal. So we could have two Colombian wonder kids just dictating the tempo of the game and being phenomenal. I think if we keep them, they could be really good. And then with Naipan in there as well, I think we've got three wonder kid midfielders, like centre midfielder DMs, who are going to be fantastic for us for the next few seasons. This is the team. Some good players. We're going to be looking to sell a few. I'll probably run through that, I think, before the end of the video. But we've got, well, we'll do it now. So I'm not saying we're set on selling these players. I mean, let me know if you'd go a different way. But I'm thinking possibly Ben Johnson goes. And this might be just to play some of the youngsters as well to make sure they develop. Mikalenko goes. Maybe some of the other defenders go out on loan. So I'm not saying they'll all stay and play, but I don't think I'll sell any of the others. Hurst might go. He's been playing very well, but he's wanted. And I do want to give Broya and Gee a little bit more playing time. They did play quite a bit. We've got Clark, who I think will go. Chaplin, probably go. Philogene, maybes. Mari Hutchinson, I think he's probably going to go, yeah. And then, is that it? I don't know. I'm gonna assess it. We've got players coming in, so that'll probably give us a pretty full squad, but quite a lot of youngsters. So we'll see if that's enough. Thank you for making it all the way end, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, let's get into season 5 of the Ipswich save. This is the tactic I've been using. I've sort of tweaked the 4-2-4. Seems to work okay. We've got pressing forward on attack, advanced forward on attack, inside forward on support, winger on support. We're using a DM on support with a register on support, which I think is quite an underused position, register, but it's not too bad. We've got fullback on attack, 2 ball playing defence on defend, inverted wing back on defend, and sweeper keeper on attack. But I might change that to support or defend because my keeper's not great with the kicking and the throwing, to be honest. Probably need a new keeper, I think, if I'm going to win the league, but we'll see. Got positive mentality, much short passing, play out defence, low crosses, run at defence, work the ball in the box, and narrow width. In transition, we'll roll out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. Out possession, we've got high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goal of distribution, get stuck in, and step up more. This tactic works pretty well. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching the video and you're playing the game, you know a 4-2-4 tactic is good normally. But yeah, it's going all right for us. Carabao Cup, we got the semi-final. FA Cup, we knocked out in the 5th round. Conference League, we got knocked out in the qualifying round. Very disappointing. But in the Premier League, we finished 7th. Excuse me. So, according to this, we have qualified for the Europa Conference League again. And I fancy our chances. I know we got knocked out the qualifying round this time, but we should have done a lot better. Gutierrez, second with assists, a little insight into one of our signings who got him on a free. Really good left back, scored 73 goals, conceded 48, so not too bad. Plus 25 goal difference. We're now in that kind of top 7 group, I suppose. There's the big 6 there now, or what was the big 6. They're not really anymore now, are they? But we're in that group now, so hopefully we can keep improving the squad. We'll do well. We've got 298 million to spend. We're going to have a lot of money here. By the time I win the league, or I give up, we win the league, if it takes that long, we're going to have a fortune to spend. And I will pop it on my Patreon page, the save game file for this, because you guys can have a lot of fun spending. What I'm thinking it'll be in the region of something like 800 to £1 billion. That, because it's going to be ridiculous. We sold a lot of players I was just showing you. So McAtee we got him on a free. He's gone for 33 million. Johnson went for 52. Hurst went for 33.5. Mikalenko's gone for 33. Jack Clark's gone for 27. Then Amari Hutchinson, we weren't playing him, has gone for £1 million. That's a steal, I think, for Forest. And who's the other guy? Chaplin went 500k. Again, he wasn't getting a game. Got 2 freebies that came in. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, very good player. He's 31 now, though, so I might cash it up. And I might with Gutierrez, to be honest, because I think I could get sort of 60 million for him. We also sold Jaden Philogene, who looks... he was doing pretty well for us, but I just thought we've got some really good wingers coming through, so I wanted to give them the game time, which I think I'm going to have to start to do now. Maybe sell a few of the first team players to get those young players game time, make sure they hit their potential. Like the Rango's coming in, looks very good. We've got Bentancur from last year, who looks fantastic. We obviously brought in the Anshu and Curtis Jones. I was just showing you. I'm looking at the set pieces. What I might do for this season, this works really well, honestly. I think it is overpowered kind of set piece if you set it up how I showed you, I think in the last video. But what I might do is I might put an extra player at the near post. 1 or 2, maybe, for the long throw-ins. I might do something similar for the corners. I'm interested to see if that'll make it even more sort of overpowered and we'll score more goals. And then maybe I'll have to kind of see if I can get the data from the previous season to see what's worked out, possibly. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have any sort of set pieces that you guys use? Let me know and suggest some. I'll maybe give them a go. And please remember, like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. But yeah, I'm thinking get some guys into the near post, get the big guys there. And it works well with 2 guys at the near post, but there's normally 2 defenders on them. So I'm wondering, putting an extra person there, will that confuse their defence? Probably not. They'll probably just have 3 defenders there, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You find these little sort of things in the game that kind of confuse the game slightly, and it might just be that it's a new set piece sort of routine that they haven't sort of scouted on us, so could help us in the early parts of next season. Obviously, we're going to have to still look to bring in some new signs as well, just while I show you how I'm tweaking the throw-ins and the corner routines. I'm thinking of, because I think Harvey Elliott, I might be able to sneak him for 5 million. I think he's on the transfer list for about 7, so we'll see. And Noni Madueke is going on a free, I believe, if nobody snapped him up just yet. So I might bring those 2 guys in. I've got a few people out on loan that I might bring back. I might start to play some more youngsters, so I might look to sell a few people, like I mentioned earlier, like Gutierrez, like Calvert-Lewin. I can't think of who some of the others will be, but yeah, there'll be a few sales that go out. Maybe Wolfenden, Harry Clark, Liam Delap, possibly. He didn't play loads last season for us. And I've got that youngster I bought for about 60k. I think I want to give him some game time. But look out for that in the next episode, and I'll see you there. Cheers, take care. Right, welcome back to another Ipswich video. This is the end of season 6, I believe, and as you can see, we have got a lot of money. 488 million. think 1.4 million or something. Yeah, in the wage budget. We've got some transfers already confirmed. And please remember to like, subscribe. Hope you're enjoying the content. We have Miguel Lorenko coming in for 1.5 million. And remember, we're not signing anyone over 5 million. We've got Tabera coming in for 2.8 million. Munoz coming in for 1.3. I don't think these guys are going to necessarily go straight into the first team. We might loan them out for another season. Hopefully they'll progress. We're trying to buy a lot of younger players in the hope that they become world class, and obviously we're trying to find some sort of freebies and stuff that I'll show you, because I think we've got a couple of good ones today. We sold Anthony 46.5 million, Calvert-Lewin 21 million, Wolfden 14 million, Moffat King for 9.5, Christian Walton went for 825k. I think there might have been a couple others. I'm showing you some. Miguel Gutierrez went to Liverpool 51 million. Harry Clark has gone to Sunderland for 22 million. Liam Delap has gone to Brighton for 53 million, and then just a freebie at Brentford, who was running out of contract and wanted too many wages, so we decided not to keep him. Harvey Elliott we brought in for 5 million. It's a steal, I think. Madueke on a free, who was at Wolves actually. I think he could be very good for us. Raimundo's coming for 2.7 million, good Brazilian youngster, who again I think will loan out for a season. I think I've sent him back to his the club we bought him from. Same with Cardozo, but I think he could be fantastic. Striker, 6'6", and we've got a new goalie. Carazola, I think, is going to be our new goalie. I think we loaned him back out this season for the rest of the season, but we're going to get him back this summer and play him next season. Wonder kid goalie. The one we had is really good, who we bought early on in this save. Ramirez, I think he's called. But he's... I think Carazola, given the game time, is an upgrade. This is the system we're using at the moment. It's working really well, but I might go to a 4-3-3. I'm not really sure. We'll see. We've made a few tweaks to last year's system in this 4-2-4, which is mainly the player roles. So we've got complete forward, advanced forward on attack. We've got an anchor man on defend. And I think that was the only main tweaks we've done. We'd obviously updated the set pieces a little bit, so we're kind of trying to flood the areas a bit more that we're aiming for. So it was normally there'd be like 2 players in there. We've gone for 3. With the throw-in, I think there was only 2 in there. We've actually gone for 4. So we're really attacking those long throws. I would like to find someone who's got 20 long throws, but I haven't really found a good enough player yet for that. As you can see, we've done pretty well this season. 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, got the 4th round of the FA Cup, but we won the Conference League. That's the big thing this season. So a bit more silverware. I think the first season we won the FA Cup, and now we've won the Conference League. So 2 trophies in 6 seasons. It's not amazing, but it's good for Ipswich, I think. We beat Freiburg 5-0 there in the final. Roy, top scorer with 13 goals. He's been fantastic for us since we signed him. Pacey goal scorer now. I think I was trying to train him in beating the offside trap, so I wonder if that failed, because I think that would work really well for him. We'll have to see though. But I am training him into that. Hopefully he'll take to that soon, because I think you have that on your attacking forward. It could be very good. He's already scored a lot of goals, and I think that might just unlock a few more goals. We finished 10th, but we're in the Europa League with our Conference League win. We've got 56 points, 16 wins, 8 draws, 14 defeats. Not awful season, although we were predicted 9th, so in and around where we want to be. You'd like to beat that at least by sort of 3 or 4 positions, really. So maybe a bit of an underachievement, but we've won the Conference League, so that's pretty good. Bentancur is now comfortably our best player. He looks fantastic. Bearing in mind, I think we bought him for 1.7 million. So that is a great signing. These are the signings we need. More people like him who are going to develop into really world-class players, because we're not going to spend a fortune. So I was thinking of bringing Hurst back because he's got a free, but I'm not sure. I don't think he'll get into the first team, especially if we're going to switch to a 4-3-3. So I probably won't do that. These other players on the list, they're kind of not quite affordable, I think. I'm going to try and sign them, but I think the club's just going to ask for just too much for them, so I might not even get any of them. and I might have to go and do some more scouting to see who I can sign. I'm looking at Bankole, who's a good youngster coming through. I know he's only got 4-star potential, but normally you'd like that to be 5-star, but with his pace, I think he could be a very good player, so I might give him a little bit of game time. I want him to start knocking that ball past the opponent as well, which I think will help his dribbling a lot. We've got Atherton coming through, who's starting to look like a phenomenal player. Man City are after him, I believe. I think we got him for like 45k, which is insane. Arango's looking good now. Martinez, I think he's looking like potentially a world-class defender. So a lot of these players are starting to come good. I think I just need to give them some game time. So I'll probably sell quite a few people this summer who were maybe in the first team last year to create room for some of these youngsters like Laria, like Martinez, consistently Arango, Atherton, Bankole, I think, who we showed you earlier. So we'll get these players in, and hopefully that'll create a team that could go on and win the league. We're still a bit off that, but I think we've got a better team with the age these guys are now and the kind of potential that they can do. Earlier in the series, I kind of showed you what my training was, and I think this just shows that at least the players are getting better, mainly in the physical attributes, which is what the training is geared to. And I think it's good to do that because, in my opinion, the physical attributes are the ones that are most important in the game. I think they're all important, but they're the ones, if you just had to choose, they're the ones I would improve. And I'm just showing you some of the progress. There we go, yeah. Confirmation, Atherton, we got him for 45k, which is mental. His progression's been brilliant. As you'd expect, young player, but look at that. 4 more acceleration, 4 more pace, 5 more stamina, 6 more strength, 3 more agility. So if we can keep moving that up a bit, he's already an explosive winger or something like that, or centre forward. So he looks a really, really good player. Finishing's even going up a bit, which is nice because it's only on 9. He could be phenomenal for us. Thank you for making it to the end of this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Right, this is Season 7 of the Ipswich Save. As you can see, we've changed the formation. This, I think, formation's worked really well for us. We've had a very good season. We've got pressing forward on attack, dribble more. 2 attacking midfielders on support, dribble more and tackle harder. 2 wingers on attack with tackle harder. A DM on support with tackle harder. 2 fullbacks on support with cross and byline, cut inside with the ball, tackle harder. 2 ball playing defenders on defend with tackle harder, and a sweep keeper on support with tackle harder. I'm going to take you through the full tactic because the last link I tried to upload onto YouTube actually took it down for some reason, so it won't let me put the links onto the tactics. Bit weird. They will be on my Patreon page, but just so you know, I won't be able to do that. We've got attacking mentality, short passing, play out defence, slow crosses, run at defence, play for set pieces, focus play down left and right, high tempo, narrow. And we've got roll it out, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. And then we've got high line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent the goalie distribution, get stuck in and step up more. I do like this tactic. It works really well. It's a very attacking. There's not a lot of people in the middle, which is why you've got to focus play down the left and right, but it does seem to work. We got knocked out of the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup by Charlton, knocked out of the Europa League round of 16 by Newcastle, but we've won the FA Cup again. 3-0 against Man United, played really well. I think the last game of the season as well, we actually beat, league season, we actually beat Liverpool 3-0, which is really good. I mean, they finished 9th, which is weird. But very, very good season for us. 3rd in the league, 71 points, 21 wins, 8 draws, 9 losses, 78 goals for, 47 goals against. We're getting there. We're getting there for a title push, which is obviously the aim. The aim is to do that with not spending more than £5 million on one player. We've got 473 million in the bank. I think we're going to up that massively in the next season. I've looked at some of the players who are wanted, and there could be some big changes this summer. And remember, at the end of this series, I will put the save game file on Patreon as well. So you should probably end up, I'm thinking you might end up with about £1 billion to spend for Ipswich, which is mental. And you'll have a good team, hopefully, a league-winning team. these are some of the players we've got coming through the youth system. So we've got some really strong squad depth now, I think, especially with like the young players coming through. It's a very young team though. Loaned out a lot of players this year, but we did sell Escobar for 49 million, sold Romero for 5 million, Tawelda for 15.75 million, and Borza went to Ajax at 23.5 million. Making a lot of money there, making 94 million. Only spending 19.75, which is kind of the trend of this save, really. We also sold Enger back for 23.5 million, Ianchu for 8 million, and Ramirez for 14.75 million. We brought in, I think, some really good players. Some maybe won't make it, but I think some definitely will. And you'll see, I think the last guy I show you looks ridiculously good. But Munoz who's come in. Colombia seem to be creating a lot of good young players. So a lot of them were getting there. We've got Lourenco, who's 22, Portuguese striker. Looks like he could be good, but the last guy is a striker, so we'll show you him soon. Got Lewis Hall, who's come in. He looks fantastic, actually. I think we can make some good money on him as well. We've got 4.7 million. Got Nonto in for 5 million from Liverpool, which I think is a bit of a steal. I've never seen him go that cheap. But then when you look at it, Liverpool signed him from Leeds, 56 million, and then didn't play him. So we got him for 5, which is incredible, to be honest. No wonder Liverpool are dropping down the league. Wasting money like that. Ruben van Bommel came in for 3.3 million because Tottenham bought him and then didn't play him. We got Nemec, 3.9 million. This guy, I think, could be fantastic. He's going to push our current goalie, Carazzoli, all the way. And I do like the fact that he could be the next Petr Cech. If he's as good as Petr Cech, he's going to be world class, isn't he? We got Badiashile who came in on free. Chelsea, I was thinking of going for him, and then Chelsea just terminated his contract. He still had a couple of years left. Mad. So I got him on a free. Brendan Graham came in, 4.5 million. Palomino came in. Colombian again, right back. Looks like he could be phenomenal. Only 18. We've got Contreras, 2.1 million. Another Colombian. This guy midfielder who could be very, very good for us. And this is the striker, Chilean Merchant, 4.3 million. That's a steal. Look at that strike. He's only 19 as well. He's going to get a bit better. He could be our best player, potentially. That is a phenomenal signing. We need to sign more players like him to push for the league, but we're getting there, I think. Bentancur is currently our best player. Colombian, looks very good. Atherton, he might be one of the people who'll go. I do like him, 21 million. One for 45k. I reckon we could sell him for over 100 million though. And these are the other people I'm thinking of selling. So I'm thinking of selling Naipan. I might keep him. He's a good player, but we'll see. We can get a lot for him. If we get 90 million, which is what his value is. We're looking at Hall going, Van Bommel going, Curtis Jones, maybe Mark Guy, whatever he's called, the centre forward. However you pronounce that. Armando Broyo, I think we might actually get about 50, 60 million for, which is a steal when we paid about 4 million for him, I think. Marin, who will be going. So there's a lot of changes to his squad. There's a lot of young players coming through, as you'd expect, with the kind of players that we're signing. I think a lot of them are naturally progressing as well. I think in like Martinez and Larrea, we've got two of the best defenders in the league, potentially. Given a bit more game time next season, I think they will be. So it's exciting times at Ipswich. Thank you for making it to the end of Season 7. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll go do Season 8 now. Right, let's get into Season 8 of the Ipswich Save. This is the team we've got at the moment. A very, very good team. We haven't done brilliantly in the league, but we have won a trophy. Stay tuned for that, which is, pretty incredible. But, and please remember to like and subscribe. I'm just showing you some of the great players we've got marching. It's fantastic. Echeverriu, Man City let go on a free, which just seems mental. He's one of our best players now. Pajinski, lovely full-back who can play right back and left back, which helps us out. Costs. I sold Lewis Hall, which we'll get into shortly. But we finished 9th this season. 65 points, 19 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses. Not too bad, 77 goals, so we scored the most goals. It's just we conceded 58. That's the problem. So I kind of switched the tactics slightly towards the end of the season, which I'll show you. Got Got 866 million still to spend, a lot of wage budget. So if you want this on the Patreon page, let me know, and you can take over this save game, and which will be phenomenal. We've got Jose Tabera coming through, some great youngsters coming through at Ipswich. I'll just pick out a couple of who I think are my favourites. Got Paulo Cunha, who I think could be very good, only 19 still. Alex Lynch, he's going to be fantastic. 18-year-old attacking midfielder, / centre midfielder, and the other one is probably Wayne Spencer. All of these have come through our youth academy. I think that Wayne Spencer could be brilliant off that left-hand side in the formation we're playing now. Maybe he's like a wide midfielder rather than a winger because he hasn't quite got the pace yet, possibly. But with the training schedule we've got, I'd expect that pace to go up. I think I've loaned him out for a few seasons, which is why maybe he hasn't quite as much as you'd expect. What we've switched, same tactic as last video. So if you want to see, I did like a deeper dive in that in the last video. But all we've done is towards the back end of the season, if we're playing a team we should beat, we go attacking. If we're playing a team even-ish with us, we go positive mentality. If we're playing a team that we probably shouldn't beat, we're going balanced mentality. So that's the only difference, and I think that's helped us towards the end of the season, and you'll see why shortly. So players we sold Lewis Hall, I mentioned earlier, for 40 million. Chris Atherton went 119 million up to 130 million to Bayern Munich. He's phenomenal, but remember we bought him for 45 grand, I think, in our second season. Now we've sold him up to 130 million, which is mental. Humphries got 21.5 million. Breeze for 12.75 million. Bought to Al Shabab. Got Van Bommel's gone to Al Hilal for 14.5 million. Broy's gone to Al Ittihad for 67 million. Damien Marin's gone for 24.5 million up to 30.5 million to Racing Club. I didn't realise Argentinian clubs had that much money, to be fair. Mark Gui's gone for 3.8 million to Stuttgart. Like I said, we got Echeverry in on a free. Man City have really messed up letting him go. Harvey Elliott we sold to Chelsea for 44 million. Very good player, but remember we got him for 5 million. So we're just making a fortune on these players. And then we didn't buy loads of players this summer. We bought in Stallison and the fullback that I was showing you, Pajinski, who's been mainly playing left back for us actually, even though he's a right footer. Because Martinez goes and plays at right back. Worked very well for us, I think. And this will be why. We'll come to that shortly. We got knocked out of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup by Villa, knocked out of the fourth round of the FA Cup by Arsenal, but we have won the Champions League, which is amazing. We beat Real Madrid in the final 3-2. I know I said I wanted to win the Premier League with Ipswich going under no player over £5 million. I think the fact that we've won the Champions League is good enough. This is probably going to be the end of the season. Let me know if you want to see more though. You see us win the Premier League. But for now, I think this is where I'm going to end it. What I will do is I'll take you through our run in the Champions League though. As you can see, Real Madrid's team is still brilliant. Obviously, you'd expect it with Vinicius Junior, Tchouameni, Bellingham, Valverde, Mbappe, Musiala, Militao, Scalvini, Dragusin. Very, very good on this game. Probably a lot better in this game than he is in real life, I think, with all the injuries he has. They've got Wirtz on the bench, with Camavinga on the bench. This is a brilliant, brilliant Real Madrid team. We've beaten them 3-2 in the final with Ipswich. Incredible stuff. We finished 15th in the league phase, beating Roma, Lyon, Lugano and Ajax. We drew with Real Sociedad when we lost to City, Anderlecht and Barcelona. A bit disappointing losing to Anderlecht there. But it was away from home. That put us in the knockout round, beating Feyenoord 4-3. We went the round of 16, beating Barcelona 3-2 on aggregate. We went to the quarter-final, beating AC Milan 4-2. So this has been a tough run. We beat Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final on penalties. It was 3-3 in the tie. And then in the final, beat Real Madrid 3-2. Incredible result. Ipswich, Champions League winners. I mean, no one will ever expect to see that. Certainly within 8 seasons that we've done it. So this is what we've kind of achieved. Weirdly, only one manager award, which I thought was a little disappointing. I thought I'd had more than them. I don't know. Surely I've had more than them. I don't know though. But We won an FA Cup in our first season. We've never finished below 10th in the league. To be fair, we've not finished above 3rd in the league, though. But we've also won Conference League, another FA Cup. Then this season, we won the Community Shield and the Champions League. So I'm not really going to count the Community Shield as trophy, but that is still 4 trophies in 8 seasons, including the Champions League. Incredible stuff. I think anyone would take that. I mean, Christ, the way Man United are going, I'm a Man United fan, I would probably take that as Man United, let alone Ipswich, with respect to Ipswich. Brilliant, brilliant save of Spain. Like I say, if you want to see me do go and win the Premier League, I'll probably will continue if I get enough sort of comments or something for that. But at the moment, this is going to be the end. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of this series. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.